Midterms were just yesterday. Can't I just sleep in? Hey everyone, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. I'm SlayerMathis, and the last time we did our midterm exams, we also got a maid, and we found out that if we go to our characters, found out Lisa's last name. That's the most important one out of all those. And this time, well, we got a free day that we can't actually, 100% complete because they gave us only 3 bonding points for 4 character notes. But you know what? It's fine. It's whatever. We'll make do. I'm not sad about it at all. That's a lie. Very sad. We're gonna head into the engineering building. Actually, we're not gonna head into the engineering building quite yet because I do want to wait until I can pick up. Nah, I'm there already. I want to end up picking up the Master Quartz. Hey there, Eden. Thanks for stopping by. Might ask where Lisa and Laura are? There's 2 lovely flowers who do wonders brightening up this dreary old building. Let's not make Reden's life harder than it already is. Sorry, probably shouldn't think out loud. I haven't talked to Angelica much, but she's definitely an interesting one. That aside, your request for me was to assist with testing out the orbital bike, wasn't it? So what will I be doing? Please, I can hear you making those vroom vroom noises before you even step through the door. I was not. Does that mean? Yeah, we want you to ride the orbital bike. Me? Can't deny that's what I wanted this to be, but I respected that could happen. I'll give you all the juicy details when we're actually ready to test. We want to make sure that we have the time, and we might as well. We're here. Anything about the bike? So, everything is something that Angie asked for me to build for her. Because of that, the bike's been fine-tuned to meet her specific needs. In a nutshell, it's all Angie. The engines, the brakes, even the handlebars. See, and as you might expect, she and that bike are pretty symbiotic. When she's on, it's a sight to behold, but we've tuned it specifically to her. And it's become a little too tough for anyone else to handle. Think of her as an unruly horse. There's no denying she's a fine bike, but she doesn't play nice with strangers. Right. Don't scare him now, Angie. Crow's ridden just fine. I suppose he's been working on this bike since we started, too. Compared to him, you're a complete beginner, which is great. You have a more objective opinion after you ride. It makes sense why you'd ask me then. And, you just head over to the highway, just whatever. So, what are Toe and Crow doing here? Angie and George told us you'd be doing this, so I came along to show some support and take some time off work. My reason isn't quite as sweet as little Toe is here. Like I said before, Spike's at least partially my baby. Think of me as an overprotective father, making sure you don't mess up and hurt my girl when you take her out. Say, Crow, don't make it more nervous. Don't worry, Eden, just ignore everything this guy says. I do, it's worked great for me. We can rebuild the bike, so stay focused on keeping yourself safe. You have much experience riding horses? Actually, yeah. Shouldn't have any trouble then. Just a whole different beast, but the basics of riding are the same. So have fun. I won't let you down. But, what do we get? It's gonna be more than just riding a horse, because it's a motorcycle. And motorcycles are not horses. Should be everything about you need to know. Things you want me to test are starting up the bike, shifting gears, and coming to a stop. So yeah, I want to see how you handle everything. I'll give you a few pointers. You might not get them until you're on the bike proper, though. First of all, you can't ride if you can't keep moving, so let's talk about how to get started. Starting the engine's simple enough. How smoothly you ride off will depend how much you can operate with the bike's clutch. Once you shift into first gear, open the throttle, and then slowly and steadily release the clutch. Slowly and steadily. Next up is switching gears. Before switching gears, make sure to pull on the clutch quickly and firmly. When you shift gears, release the clutch slowly and steadily, just like when you start her up. Last thing you need to worry about is stopping the bike, which you probably want to know how to do. When you want to slow down, release the throttle, apply brakes to the wheels, front and back. You want to give each one's differing amount of pressure though. Strongly to the front and lightly to the back to bring you to a smooth stop. And we're ready to go. Right, first is starting up the engine. Pretty intense. Kind of reminds me of how I first felt when I rode a horse. Push his nose aside, so twist the throttle, And we have slowly and steadily. Now we're talking. This is great! There he goes. Can't wait to see the look on his face when he gets back. He's gonna love it. Hopefully. This feels amazing. It's just how stable and smooth the ride is considering how heavy it is. I think I'm used to the speed now. Let's try switching gears. Details. And that one is pull quickly, release slowly. Because that is clutch slowly but steadily. There we go, perfect. Moving this fast really does feel great. Get why Joker loves this so much. Well, the fun's gotta come to an end eventually. It's probably about time to stop. Honestly, need to hit the brakes, but how much pressure do you require? That one is strongly at the front, lightly at the back. And yep. Stopped almost exactly where I expected to, so I guess I did it right. It's incredible though. It feels like I'm still riding along, even though I've come to a stop. And time to return. Sadly, we can't use this to drive back and make sure that we get all the 100% completion things. You know, drive back to, like, Keldic or Berea Hard. Welcome back, Green. Well, how was it? I'm amazed, to say the least. Sheer speed, the engine's vibration, the feeling of wind as you ride along. Never experienced anything like it. No amount of horse riding could have ever prepared me for this. Just, wow. Look at this guy. He's trying to act all calm and composed, but his face is just screaming, let me go back out and ride. Plain as day. Seems like you handled it really well, based on your report. I didn't expect these kinds of results out of you. It's a pretty unwieldy machine. It's even more impressive considering it was his first ride with her, too. Nice to know that I could have a worthy rival waiting in the wings. Not even getting that much praise out of Angie. Just pat yourself on the back. Oh, they're having so much fun with this. Maybe too much. Thanks, Sweden. The info you gave me should come in handy. Glad I could help. You're much more stable right now. Be sure to tell Elise's mother about everything we learned today if they end up mass-producing orbital bikes. Elise's mother is the chairman of the Reinford group, isn't she? I didn't know you were familiar with each other. The Rogner and Reinford families share a good relationship, actually. Both nicknames are. Yeah, indeed, his dad's one of the group's biggest shareholders, too. They are pretty close. Now, you know, Elise's mother provided the engine and a number of other parts for the bike, too. That's right, although whether Reinford will actually mass-produce the bikes is an entirely different matter. Their biggest goal is to turn a profit, so the only way it's happening is if we can show them that it would make money. Which is why we're currently making it into something that the masses can handle. Today, you were a big help in getting close to that goal. So, we get the Dragon Vein Quartz, which I believe is more Septium? What is Dragon Vein? EP recovers on field, enemies drop more Sabeth. Okay. So, that sounds like a good one to give to Reen. Probably would have to replace... Where is it? There we go. Now we can talk to George again. We can go in and buy the Mobius. Increases the potency of healing items, but only in battle. In addition, it also starts at level 3, so, you know, that's something. We also have another 4K that we can get in exchange. Oh, that's right, we have another thing to take care of. I believe if we Hold up, I'm heading the wrong way. I need to go over this way to Kenneth. Oh, looks like he's come up around Angler. It's proof he's been really racking up the catches. I think he got the potential to go pretty far. He tells me, don't worry about it. Trade his points for new stuff. New fishing rod. So, fish for more points. And let's do just that and get the deluxe rod for like nothing. In addition, we now have access to the TRL Balm, EP Charge 2, the Carp Badge. Fee has the Swordtail Badge on her right now. Now we have access to the Carp Badge. And that plus dexterity is plus dexterity is pretty nice. So Machias had a lot of problems with hitting. In addition, we have the Seiryu normal quartz. There is a Master Quartz, at least one. I can't remember if it's just one or two. But there are Master Quartz that you can get out of this. That's kind of the main reason you would want to do that, rather. So yeah. Now if we go fishing, you can change to the deluxe rod. And then, you know, catch more fish otherwise. I'm just double checking to see, you know, where all of our non-quest event things are. Because I want to make sure that I get all of them. If that's the wrong dorm, I want to go to here. So we can feed the cat again. You say that her name is Celine. It's a nice name. It's a nice name for a kitty cat. I'm just double checking everything. Which one is okay? That one. Just, you know, zoom on along to this house. This specific house. Talk to Hannah. Kurt loves his sweets. His favorites are berry tarts. He's always asked me to make some. Please try your hand at making some sometime. And we now have the recipe for berry tart. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. And back into Trista. And what do we want to do? We also have Keen's to go to, because we always have Keen's to go to. You know, every week every month check in with Keen's, because he will have another copy of Imperial Chronicles. Mission, Intermediate Chess, Teaching Primer, Imperial Horsemanship. I feel like we missed those other ones, like the equivalents for those last time, but oh well. Next up we want Intermediate Chess. Too high level. Ask Machias about it. 50 there for Machias. Make sure I don't go into the DLC so that I don't spoil things. And into Teaching Primer. It's probably Emma. Yep. That gets Emma up to level 2. And now we can get Finishing Blow with her. Last one is Imperial Horsemanship, which should be Eustace, I would assume. Yep, and 18 away. Pretty close for Eustace to level 2 as well. Just because of the, you know, the bonding points, even though I really like Toa, we're not gonna do hers. So, yeah, hers gives a character note. I think what I'll do is I'll maybe, probably at the end of the series, I'll just have a video with all the bonding events. You know, just like basically 100% completion guide almost, but that's a long time from now, so not really something that needs to be worried about for a while. Just want to make sure of things. Okay. Also, yeah, if you were wondering why everyone else had their own specialized faceplate, but Elisa's didn't, it's because if we actually go into the engineering building, we can go and set that, which we can do with the cover. Elisa says her last name. I think I accidentally spoiled this at some point, just by like flicking through them, but it's also not really too much of a spoiler. Like, it doesn't really matter too much. So, yeah. Otherwise, what do we got for quartz? Can get petrified, get freeze. What about slots that we need to open? Can't afford that one. Oh, that already is open. Looking for ones that can be opened that are only ones. One element. Eustace actually needs a bunch. Because he does use magic. Can be opened. Fee is there. I mean, Eustace doesn't use as much magic as Elliot or Emma, but he still does use some. And I mean, that's really all we can do because we're, you know, out of cash. I think this should be fine then. We might as well. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll actually just end this video off a little bit on the early side. There is that side quest that we can do, starting right there. But also, I do want to make the old schoolhouse just an episode on its own. And I can fill up more time in next episode by also doing the bonding events. So, next time, we'll be doing both of those things. The side quests and the bonding events. Schoolhouse. That was 2 episodes from now. But, until then, see you guys later.